hope we're back. I hope everybody's going to be able to make the switch. We were testing something, and race time may not be the right time to test that. Nathan Warner, 8th quick right now, 16 and 3-4. It's Tyler Lucy on the track in the 3T. I hope everybody makes it over to the new stream. I hope everybody comes to join me. I actually hope we're back alive again. I learned something that I didn't know right there.
You are live,
Good.
and people can watch it. But the ones that were joined in on my stream will have to rejoin your stream.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll figure that out. Maybe we have to take your YouTube log off for tomorrow night.
Probably going to need a different.
That is my login. That is my login. You should be on there. And tell you what we'll do is I'll look and see, and if you're not, we'll figure out how to get you on there before we go live tomorrow. You should be an admin there.
No, I think as far as for Streamlabs, I've only ever signed in under you.
Well,
I've only
we'll
ever
fix
had
that.
to sub in for you when you're sick or out of town.
Well, we'll fix that. We'll make you a creator on the page, too. That was Graham Huffman. Graham Huffman at 1563. Now it's Zach Martin's turn to get out here in the 104 car. Like I was saying on the other stream, 55 cars to take time. And we are working car number 11 of that group right now. 1726. Zach Martin, a lot of work to do to get fast here. I think Dylan Workman will be the last of our first session cars. 1576, so a big pickup for Mr. Martin as Dylan Workman will make his way around on his first timed lap. Yeah, I'll figure that out before I go to bed tonight if I can, and then if I need anything from you tomorrow, I'll message you and we'll just fix it.
Sounds good, Roger. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and enjoy the rest of my evening. Hey, folks, don't forget, this race continues on tomorrow. The better broadcaster will not be involved. I'll just be here myself.
Whatever, dude. 1594 for Workman. That's 11th quick. Wow. Nothing like self-deprecating host. That's amazing. This is Zach McLaughlin, the 11 car. I don't know how many 11 cars we have either.
Self-deprecating. That's what I just did in my pants, right?
No, it is not. This is a family show. 9th quick for McLaughlin in 1576. So we'll see if he can improve on lap 2. That slider line through 1 and 2. Iffy. If you're going to pick up speed. Well, he cuts it off short here in 3 and 4. Maybe a shot to pick a little bit up. 1572, so 4 100s for him. Tyler Shell, and I saw Shell's name. There he is. Yeah, Shell already on the racetrack. Former iRacing world champion. Old Gumby himself. That lap ain't going to be very good. So Shell into the fence. I think he's going to have a rough night trying to come from the back as Andrew May will now roll out in the 31 car. I appreciate you coming in and trying that. Like I said, I'll look into our YouTube stuff and see what I can do for you. Otherwise, we may have to drop your YouTube login temporarily until I can fix that. We'll put you over on Facebook.
I'll tell you what I am interested in, I'm going to stick around for this. Jack Young has a special paint scheme, and you said this is a family broadcast.
Oh, boy. So we can't put his car on the stream?
I just want to see how you're going to handle it.
Okay, 1578 for Mr. May on lap 1. That's 11th quick right now. You said Jack Young has one? 1574 on lap 2,
Young.
10th quick.
Yep.
Oh, we've seen this one before. Yeah, we've seen this car before on here. He raced in the Aces Up stuff with that big picture on his wing. Yeah.
Oh, dang. So it's nothing new. All right.
This is not new, no. We try not to do rear chase shots, you know, or you can look at the front of the car. We try not to do those with him. 1575 for Young. He'll go to 11th quick on lap 1. Yeah, we've seen this one before.
Well, alrighty then.
I thought we were getting new stuff, man. That's old news. Now another 11 car. How many is that already tonight? 3 11 cars already? As Richie Gaines. We saw Gaines on Sunday night in the Classic as well. Believe he got caught up in the parking lot down in turn 4 on lap 3. Gaines, 4th quick, 1561 for Richie. Only needs about a 10th. Can he do it on lap number 2? Did not get there. I don't know who that leaves to go now. Supposed to be Devin Eaker, I thought. You have anybody on track over there, KR?
Do I have anyone on track?
Yeah. I mean, Devin Eaker just rolled out of pit road, but I don't have a car on track except for him.
Give me a minute, and I'll tell you someone who is on track.
The 96 of Devin Eaker is coming around to get on the time clock right now.
There you go.
Well, after Gaines, I don't know if somebody else went out. So
no, we're into Group 3. So Devin Eaker, Tyler Shell's sitting there waiting, and it looks like
he already
Trevor
went out.
Royer.
1592. Yep, Trevor Royer. 1592 on lap 1 for Eaker. Shell went out, wrecked the car in turn 4 on his first time lap. So I think his qualifying is ended. Hello, Hank.
What do you mean? You mean Tyler Shell? Tyler Shell wrecked on the opening lap?
Yes, Gumby crashed on his first time lap.
What a scrub.
Yeah, for a world champion, it was very impressive. The 90 of Trevor Royer coming around to put his first timed lap in. 1574. Hey, Mr. Tiny Dancer, can you check the rest of the platforms for me real quick? Kick me a message. Shell up to 5th quick, 1563 for his second lap. So very few drivers picking up on lap 2, but Trevor Royer was one of them. We'll see how Trevor does tonight in his heat. If he can stay right there, he should be P8 in Heat 5. So they do an 8-car invert for the heats. Kyle Sargent across the line for the first time. No time as he nicked the wall coming out of turn number 4. You can't touch anything out here that gives you an incident of any kind. It nullifies your attempt.
I've always disagreed with that just a little bit.
1583, 16th quick as Isaac Bowman goes out. Tell me why, because a lot of guys use that banking off the fence as an advantage, and I'm kind of in agreement with iRacing on a lot of that.
As a driver, you got to use everything that's out there.
But when it gives you an unfair advantage, isn't that like an exploit is same as a cheat?
If you can
1601
walk
for
the
Bowman.
line, if you can walk the line between destroying your car and turning a fast lap, that is racing to a T.
I mean, I know if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I understand all that, but I mean, there's got to be a line somewhere. Isaac Bowman, 1587. He was 17th quick. We're looking at James Rooney in the 27 now. A lot of chatter. Thank you, guys. A ton of chatter going on. I appreciate it. Oh, big bump to the fence. That time is not going to count. So Rooney's got a bank on lap number 2. I think he hit the fence hard enough. All 4 tires come off the ground right there. Second time by, Rooney goes 19th quick, 1590. This is the 18 of Adrian Featherstone, our 22nd qualifier. We're almost halfway. almost halfway through qualifying. Brandon Geisweit in the chat. 16:05 for Featherstone, 21 on the pylon out of 22. Second time by Brandon Dittmer rolling up the backstretch on his warm-up lap, 16:02. A slight improvement for Featherstone, just a couple of hundredths. The 83 of Dittmer was running good on Sunday night. Found a little trouble late. First time by no time. Dittmer by for the second time. This is the lap that's going to count. And he's 22nd quick at 16:02. 2:18 of Damon Leonard. Coming around through 3 and 4. He'll post his first time to lap. Car was just a little skatey coming out of turn 4. 23rd fastest. 16:04. Chat is unruly tonight. And he shuts it down during lap 2. Right at the end there. So now we're going to go look for Mason Smith. He should be our next driver to roll out, I think. Somebody's on track. I didn't see who that was. Who was it? Who was it that went? Was that Graham Huffman? No, it wasn't. I don't know who just went. I'm missing them, so I can't find them in the list. Mason Smith is who I had as the next car going out. Yeah, this is not going to be any fun. We're missing some qualifying attempts because I'm not seeing Mason Smith's name anymore.
Jeremy Zarfos is on the track.
Oh, I can't even find him. There he is.
He has put it in 17th for the moment.
Okay. Yeah, we're out of order here, it looks like. So Zarfos, 15:75. That's 15th. Ryan Smith now is on the time clock. Where? What's the order here? 1. Oh, Group 1. That's why, because I went to the wrong group. It would have helped if I'd have went to Group 1. Wouldn't it? So we missed Seawright. And Seawright timed in 11th quick. He was 15:71. Ryan Smith, no time on lap 1. He's going to have to rely on lap 2 as well. We are seeing a lot of that. 15:76, 16th quick. Jimmy Barr, first time around, no time. Patrick Spangler will be next. Spangler was quick on Sunday, and then nothing but bad luck the rest of the way. Barr, 27th of 28 at 16:08. Oh, that's funny, boys. I love the banter in the chat, guys. It's that's entertaining. Spangler down low in 3 and 4, coming around. Aiden Stoll will be next. And Patrick Spangler, 1578. That's 18th quick. 72 car. Be the 007 on our scoring pile. It's a 72 car on the racetrack. Aiden Stoll. Up onto the cushion. Turn one. He did a good job of getting it cut down. Oh, big blink out of the 72 car. Second time around. No time scored 4. Oh, no, that's not true. Stoll went to 10th quick. He had a 1568. Took a second for my scoring to catch up. This is Zach Weisenflute. 24 machines. Feel like we had 11 24 cars last night. And apparently Weisenflute must have touched something. He did not get a time on his first lap. It's an epidemic going on with the first lap. Second time by 1610. He's 30th of 31. Tony Dominguez in the 18 will take over right now. And then we're going to get our final picture, which should be the last of our 4 and 5 are our second groups tonight, or our last 2 groups, I mean. Dominguez, no time on lap 1. Are they scoring time for you over there, KR?
Who's that? Dominguez?
Anybody on the first lap?
I haven't been watching.
Dominguez gets no time all the way around. It's Kenny Baum Jr. And the 2 car is now out. That's 2 drivers that I've seen score no time.
I'll try and pay attention.
Baum goes by the first time. He picks up 1595 on his first lap. So he put a lap down there. Second time around, 16 flat, so he backs up his first lap time. We're past the halfway point in qualifying. At 55 to get qualified, we're working car number 33 right now. It's the 7 of Donald Smallfelt. This should post a time. I didn't see him touch anything out there. He's 1585, 22nd overall. Second time, 1602. He slowed down about a little over a tenth. This will be Dakota Kuhn, the 95 machine. Chat's filling up for sure now. First time by for Kuhn, 1582. He's 21st. We'll see if he can pick up on lap number 2. Not quicker on lap number 2. Yeah, he is. 1565. That didn't look quicker at all. And Kuhn goes into the top 10. He goes 9th quick. Gavin Shaw now. The 710. And Shaw, 28th fastest at 1595. I talked to Larry Moody earlier today. He's our next car coming out as Shaw goes by for lap number 2, 1598. He said he was hoping for an early draw for qualifying because he watched last night and everything slowed down so much the further we got into qualifying. So right now I'm trying to watch because he's 36th in the order. Larry Moody, 28th fastest at 1594. So Sheridan went out early. He's still at the top. 15:53 for Sheridan. And Moody did not improve. In fact, slowed down almost a quarter of a second. Mason Smith coming through 3 and 4. I'm sure he's probably listening. So Mason Smith coming out of turn number 4. Well, he kept that thing right in the middle. That is where the slick stuff's at right now. And 1764. Dustin Sargent will be the next car out. Mason Smith. The car just sounds like it's not up to full song. The motor doesn't even sound like it's full right now. 1727, he improved. Still 37th quickest. Dustin Sargent right up against the cushion in 1 and 2. Close to the wall out of 3 and 4 for lap 1. Sargent 1598, 31st of 38. Oh, King Whiskers is coming up next. Still sore, Tim. Still pretty sore. Sargent goes a little quicker, 1593, and that's 27th overall. Here he comes, King Whiskers, Ernie Williams. 91 car, we know we'll see him stay up there around that rough stuff. Said, I'm just trying to sell some T-shirts, folks. Ernie Williams. 27th quick, 1592 on lap number 1. Lap 2 for Williams, 1607, so slower by a tenth and a half. So we're looking at the 10 car of Ross Corinta. He is our 40th driver to take time. I'm going to run out of drink.
Ooh, I got plenty.
Well, you're not sharing, and I'm very upset about that. Corinta on lap number 1. 24th quick, 1586. What do I know?
A couple hundred miles of separation between us kind of shuts down the sharing.
Sounds to me like you're making excuses, and I'm looking for results.
Into your mouth.
Well, it sounds like you're making excuses, and I'm looking for results. Corinta went slower on lap 2. That was a big smack into the fence for Chris Lynn in the 32 car. So no time on lap number 1. He creamed that fence coming out of turn number 4 right there. Surprised he still got a right front. He does it again. No time at all for the 32. 2 laps into the fence. I'm looking for a Dylan Berg. There he comes. Berg in the 14. The car's very shiny. Looks good out there, though.
It has definitely got a mirror finish on it.
And it's done well. It's not just like thrown together. It's very clean. It looks very good. And Berg puts it on the 26th position up there at 1587. See if he can go a little faster here on lap 2. He went to the bottom. $16.08, so he did slow down. Oh, man. Am I going to get to see the catch-up guy tonight? Wow. I'm looking at the future qualifiers here. And the spicy ketchup man, Billy Rowley, is on here pretty soon. So lap 1 for Guys White, 1633. He's 40th of 42. Lap 2 better. 1592, 30th for Guys White at the moment. This is Cody Bodie. One car. Guys White 1580 goes to 22nd officially. Cody Bodie 1588. He's 28th right now. Second lap for Bodie. 1597 slows a little bit. Mr. 187. Rick Mayne on the track right now. No telling, Hank. No telling. He's like the Glimmer Man. 1591, Rick Mayne on lap number 1. He is 31st at the moment. You still having fun with the chat, Mr. Stoffus?
I'm trying to figure out how I become number 1.
How do you become number 1?
Yeah.
Well, you got to be faithful to the brand for a long time. That's how you become number 1. This is Joseph Grandy, the 518. So you're 3 and 4 for the first time. Everybody fighting over number 1.
No,
16,
Scott has it locked down.
16. Well, I think Scott's an admin or a moderator too. So 1605 for Grandy on lap 1. Lap 2 was a 1584, and he moves to 24. So considerable pickup. 0.2 of a second for Grandy on lap 2. This is Jeremy Childers. That's a familiar paint scheme. Boy, the king. Mr. Kins. I saw a couple pictures today posted by somebody with him in them. Lo and behold, come out here, and here comes the Quaker State number 11 rolling around. Childers, 1603, 41st fast of our 46 drivers. Lap 2, a little slower, 1618 for Childers. He'll stay 41st. This is Bradley Cox. Cox had a great run going on Sunday night on a mishap, and then I think he ended up finishing somewhere just inside the top 10. Did that right there. Exactly that. And bent the car and started falling back through the field. He'll get no time for the lap. Well, he does get a time. I thought he clipped the fence over there, but he's 1597 and 39th quickest. This time up on the curb, it'll throw him out right against that berm on the outside. Is he faster? 1602. Here's the spicy catch-up guy, the 79 of Billy Rowley. Haven't seen him in, well, it's been a really long time. I can't tell you how long. But he is a Whataburger spicy ketchup kind of guy. I know that for a number of reasons. But suffice it to say that he likes his spicy ketchup. 1603 for Rowley. Lap 1. I think we're getting ready to be into the final session, guys. Rowley slowed it way down on lap 2. I don't know. It felt like the car didn't do much there.
Yeah, he tagged the inside berm a couple of times trying to run the bottom. Missed it just a little bit, slowed him down.
Yeah. So this time, 53 of Jason Setzer. We're into the fifth and final group here. Just a handful of drivers left. Dominguez, Shell, Woolbridge. Don't look like it looks like maybe he's getting ready to roll out. Chris Lynn's another one I don't think picked up a time. So 16 flat for Setzer, 40th of about 52. And Chase Stewart will be the next car. 1608. What, did he jump the berm already? This is the 40 car of Chase Stewart. Tanner Pettit yet to go. We'll see how Pettit does in his qualifying attempt here in just a minute. Lap 1 for Stewart, 33rd quick, 15:91, so you can still get under the 16-second bracket late in this qualifying session. Tanner Pettit is the next to roll out. Lap 2, 15:84, 24th quick for Chase Stewart. So there's still life left in this racetrack. Just going to have to hit it perfect if you want to get in that top 8, 9, 10 drivers. Pettit.
24 got in the wall a little bit there.
If he didn't, he sure scared the heck out of the wall. I know that. Pettit, always fast. Come race time, he'll be there. This qualifying effort does not look like it's going to do much for him. He gets into the fence again. That's going to shut it down. Pettit becomes about the 4th driver to miss out on a qualifying time, and he'll have his work cut out for him. But it may help him a little in his heat race, because with that 8-car invert, he may get to start a little closer to the front. We'll just have to see how that works out. 14-car banking it off the fence as he came to the line. We'll see if that affects his first lap. He banked it off the fence in turn 2 as well. So David Allen struggling as we get towards the end of this. I think we're closer to 60 cars now than the 55 we originally had. 49th quick on lap 1. 16:26. So 56, yeah, we're about 61, 62. Lap 2. 16:01, 42nd quick for David Allen. This is Brady Cornett, the 22 car. Woo-wee. I've been asking all week long. The risk is high. The reward is very low to go up there and flirt with that nasty mountain range that's along the fence. But continually, I see these guys doing it. Cornett, not going to score a time either. As he goes over, this is going to be Blake Carrick's turn here in just a moment. We'll watch to see if we get a time out of Cornett, but I think he touched the fence over there in turn 2. He's going to be about the 6th driver to not score time tonight. Blake Carrick in the TPR number 21. That looked pretty good. He's the driver that kept it right on the lip. Not up and over. Not into the fence. Carrick went 15:92. It's only good for 35th on lap 1. We'll see if he does things a little different. He does down here in 3 and 4. Boy, he got that locked down on the bottom quick and kept it there. And Carrick on a lap 2. 21st at 15:79. That's one of the quicker times that we've seen in the last 15, 18 drivers. This, another 21 machine tonight, J.D. Myers. We've only got a couple left to go. I think we're going to see the high side hustler coming out here last. What a position for him to be in, last qualifier. Myers was 16:10. That's 50th of 59 drivers. And his second lap, no improvement. 16:35, I'm sorry. Almost said 15:35. That would have been miraculous. But there he is, the 5 car of the high side hustler, Braden Eiler now. Last car of the evening to take time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers missed out on scoring time tonight for one reason or another. Eiler. 13th quick, 15:71. Can he pick it up on lap number 2? Right back to the bottom. Man, he got that locked in there quick. Got it right in that tacky stuff. Does he go faster? No, he backs up his time, 15:72. So qualifying now in the books. All 60 drivers. All 61 drivers, pardon me, took time or attempted to take time. 54 of them actually put a time on the board. So we're going to have 6 heat races. We should see 10, 11 in the first one, and then about 10 the rest of the way out. We'll probably take 2, maybe 3 from each, and then we'll do our B main, C main stuff. All right, let's get ready to look at the starting lineup for heat race number 1. King Whiskers. Ernie Williams, the 91, will have the pole. Dylan Berg in the 14 on his outside. Chase Stewart, the 40. Patrick Spangler, 39, make up row number 2. Row 3 is Andrew May, the 31. Aiden Stahl in the 7. Your 4th row is the 22 of Brian Strain and Michael Sheridan. Your quick qualifier for prelim night number 2. In position number 8, Kenny Baum, the 2 car. Row 5 inside. Brandon Dittmer in the 83 will be his partner on the outside. And your final 2 starters for heat number 1, J.D. Myers, the 21, and Tony Dominguez in the 118, P11, P12. My broadcast booth partner, Vamos. Thanks for coming in, KR. Appreciate you, brother. We'll get this thing figured out for tomorrow night so we can get this done. Scotty T, you still around? All right. One more parade lap, and then it is time to get loud, get rowdy. 13 cars in this heat race. My goodness. Brady Cornett on the very back of this thing. I didn't even see him line up back there. Whoo! So 5 heat races. 13 and then a bunch of 12s. So maybe it is 3 cars from each. We'll fill it in. There'll be 24 for the feature. I know that. Here we go. Pace truck's out of the way. Ernie Williams gets prelim night number 2 started for the 8th annual DOB Knoxville Nationals. Oh, most contact right there. That was May and Berg. Here comes Spangler. This will battle for 3rd already. Lap 1, we're 3 wide, almost 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. Cars all over the place back here in turn 1. Everybody's facing forward. We're going to stay green. They've got it sorted out. Williams and Stewart, 1, 2. May and Stoll, 3, 4. Sheridan and Spangler are still going at it back here. Sheridan to the high side, taking the spot away, moving him up to P5. Stoll going after May for the 3rd spot through the slider. Way wide, almost got up on top, the fluffy stuff there. He'll have the spot temporarily. Clears May, now has it all to himself. Not much of a challenge at the moment. I think May's going to throw a slider here in 1 and 2. It's not going to work out. That's an easy crossover for Stoll. Williams still out front. Stewart still 2nd. Sheridan trying to reel the 2 in front of him. A little closer. Would like to get there and steal one of the auto transfer spots. Doesn't really even want to have to go to the B main tonight. Stoll throws another bomb. Slider on May, and May crossed him over. Got it right back. Now the battle at the front starting to heat up. Stewart got a good run with the cut down in turn number 2, and he pulled alongside Williams. Now Williams slams the door on the exit of 4. 2 to go that time. Stewart to the bottom, stays locked in. They're still battling behind because Stoll has still got some haymakers left. That time up on the cushion. Oh, lost the back end a little bit. Now he's going to have to regroup and try to go after May from far back. Chase Stewart around the top takes the lead away from Ernie Williams coming out of turn 4. Perfect set of corners up on the cushion. for the 40 car. He'll lead them out of 4. Heat race number 1 going in the books, and it's going to go. Chase Stewart, Ernie Williams, and Andrew May. 1, 2, 3. Stoll, Sheridan, Dittmer, Berg, Spangler, Dominguez, Myers, Strain, Baum, and Cornett. There is a whole lot of people in here that play video games. Most of these guys are on iRacing. Heat 1 of 5 already wrapped up. So we'll get ready for heat number 2. It's going to be Dustin Sargent, the 77, with the pole. Cody Bodie, the 1 car, will be his partner on the front row. Your second row is the 518 of Joseph Grandy and Blake Carrick in the 21. Inside and out, Jack Young, the 10, Tyler Lucy, the 3. Make up row number 3. In row number 4, Graham Huffman, the 23. Dean Reynolds, the 79. I'm disappointed Dean doesn't have some weird throwback paint on his car, by the way. Bradley Cox, the 45, and Jeremy Childers, the 107. They make up row 5 in our 6th and final row for heat number 2. Zach Weisenflue and Joseph Johnson, the 57. The 24 is Weisenflue in that row. All right, next time around, we'll get the green flag. Whoops, what happened? I got a message. Somebody said those guys are mean. He's got to be talking about something going on in the chat. I must have missed it. All right, pace truck. Getting out of the way. Dustin Sargent ready to get us going here for heat race number 2. Green flag's in the air. Sargent to the point. It's a battle behind that. Bodie now come off the top of turn 2, take second. Grandy and Carrick slide in behind 3 and 4. That's where single file stops. Grandy got into the fence a little up the front stretch. He'll give up spots to Cox and Carrick, as the battle will be for 4th. Cox all the way around on the cushion. Secures the spot. Oh, Joseph Grandy comes down off the fence. We do not get a caution. We probably should have, because Jack Young and Joseph Grandy, hard lick. We're going to the front because Sargent's got all kinds of company. Now he doesn't have any touch with the lead because he fell from 1st to 3rd, coming out of 4. Before we got to turn 1, Bodie and Carrick both fire past him. And now he's got Cox dropping to the bottom line, trying to get around him as well. And Cox thought about trying to go to the high side, and Sargent shut the door. Gets into the rough stuff and now falls back to 4. So he started on the pole, coming around to 5 to go. He'll be 4th this time as Cox banks it off the cushion up in 4. Stays in 3rd. Cody Bodie out in front. He's got half a second over Blake Carrick. Johnson is 4th. Lucy, Reynolds, Huffman, Weisenflue, Childers, and then Grandy and Young both went to the pits. They went to the infield as we have 4 to go in heat 2. It's all Cody Bodie right now. He's getting away from these guys. Challenge shaping up. Joe Johnson going to go after Dustin Sargent. It looks like he'll have to do it off the bottom. He's going to get the spot. So the 57 goes right on by. A 77 puts himself in 4th. That'll give him a good starting spot in the B main for sure. Battle shipping up for the lead because Carrick has gotten to the push bar on the back of the one car. Well, he gets there right as we get to the exit. Now he'll pull alongside. '21 slides by on the inside, coming to the checkered flag. Who's going to get the heat race win? Blake Carrick. Cody Bodie, Bradley Cox, 1, 2, 3. Then Johnson, Sargent, Huffman, Lucy, Childers, Reynolds, Weisenflew, Grandy, and Young. So it's going quick. So we're already into our third of 5 heats. It's Dylan Workman on the pole with Devin Eaker on his outside. That'll be the 21 and the 96. Schmalfeld to 7. Low the 4. They're in row number 2. Your third row. Jeremy Zarfos in the 19 and the high side hustler Braden Eiler in that 5 car. William Hobart, the 13, and Matt Goins in the 8 make up row number 4. Row 5 is Jason Setzer, the 53. And Spicy Ketchup himself, Billy Rowley in the 79. Then Nathan Warner, the 128, and Jason Woolridge in the 74. They make up our final row. That's all 12 starters for heat number 2 or 3. Number 3. And there's Mr. Workman. Plenty of chatter going on. And sorry about the snafu at the beginning. We were testing something, and we are going to have to go figure out how to make a few adjustments so that we don't do the step on each other on YouTube thing. But if we can't get that worked out, then I don't know how we're going to do it because I have to log in through that. So I'll have to figure it out in the next, 22 hours. But we're ready for green flag racing in heat number 3. Workman, fantastic start. I don't know how he could do it any better. Smallfeld up to second. Zarfos is third right now. And Zarfos trying not to waste any time. He is going to go right to the inside. Takes the second spot away. Smallfeld got a little free coming out of 4 and had to pedal the car, and that gave the spot away. Here comes Setzer. Slider down in 3 and 4, and we have a new third place car. The 53. Oh, Setzer, but man, it went right back. Schmalfeld cut him under, went right back around him. They were letting Hobart get there. Let's check on Braden Eiler real quick. He's trying to make up ground. He's back here in 6th. About 2.5 seconds off the lead, but not too far off of that 3-way battle, which is the best race on the track right now. Hobart got by both Setzer and Schmalfeld. He's in the 3rd spot right now. Here comes Braden Eiler past Schmalfeld, move him to 5th. Eiler's making tracks. Up to the 4th spot now as he got around Setzer, and he is working on Hobart already. And Hobart tried to keep the exit line pinned down a little bit right there out of 4. I think that's just going to make the cut down line work in 1 and 2 for Eiler, and Eiler flies right on by, move him into 3rd. Workman still out front, but Zarfos is closing. He's got 4 laps to get up there and make a move. Three to go this time. Top 3 now. Just a few car lengths separating them. Braden Eiler on a tear. Half a second faster last lap. Then the 2 cars in front of him goes around Zarfos into 2nd. Looking at Workman. He's going to stay locked in on the bottom. Workman went for the slider line. Zarfos was there, gave him a little shot in the push bar. But we got a new leader. Braden Eiler coming to the 1-to-go flag. The high side hustler goes to the point. Heat number 3. Zarfos got around Workman. Contact between your top 3. Workman is still on the throttle. It ain't going to matter. Hobart's going to get by. Workman's trying to hang on to second. Setzer is up to 3rd. But in a shocking turn of events, William Hobart picks up the win in Heat 3. Workman's 2nd. Setzer, then Goins. Eiler salvages 5th. Rowley, Eaker, Werner, Zarfos, Schmalfeld, and Nick Lowe and Jason Woolridge early exits for both of those drivers. Wow. So kind of a shocking deal right there. Top 2 contact on the white flag lap. It cost them all a lot of points. So we'll move to heat number 4, the old man of the bunch. This 73 Larry Moody will have the pole, and then James Rooney in the 27 will be on his outside. Ross Corinta in the 10, and Brandon Geiswhite the 18. They make up a row 2. Ryan Smith, the 91. James Seawright in the 114, row 3. Row 4 is the 95 of Dakota Kuhn and the 11 of Richie Gaines. Your 5th row, David Allen, 14, and Damon Leonard, the 218. And our final row, 4, heat number 4, Mason Smith, the 52, Chris Lynn, the 32. I'll watch them roll by right here. All 12 cars made the rollout. Maybe one of the oldest drivers on iRacing. On the pole for this heat race, I think he's about 106. He's been retired for a couple of days. Told us in an interview, iRacing is life. I can't wait to have my phone call with him tomorrow, the next day. Especially if Scotty's telling him what I'm saying live on the air. Going to be fun. All right, ready to go green. We'll see if Mr. Moody knows where the loud pedal's at here momentarily. Hello, Craig. Welcome back. Green flags in the air. Moody off and running. Ross Corinta was going to have a moment. He and Rooney almost got together. Whoa, shot through the middle. Seawright up to 3rd, and he's not done yet. Car into the fence. That's going to be Smith. Mason Smith. And he's not the only one because Chris Lynn is into the fence as well. I think David Allen got a piece of all that. Let's go back and have a look. Car out of shape. Right in front of these guys. And then Dakota Kuhn. Whoa. That was right when the yellow came out, right there. That was pretty wild. So an interesting start to heat race number 4. Just a couple of laps in. Moody, Corinta, Rooney, Seawright, Gaines, Smith, Leonard, Geiswhite, and it looks like Mason Smith is going to make his way back out. Dakota Kuhn, David Allen, Chris Lynn done for their heat races. That is going to put them pretty deep in the soup tonight. I imagine a handful of these guys we're going to see on Hard Knocks night on Wednesday night. Still at work, Mr. Dunn? So the lights go off on our pace truck. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. Still about 8 laps left in this one. Green flag back in the air. We're back to heat racing action. Moody keeps it up front. They're battling behind. Richie Gaines got a big run on the cushion in 1 and 2 after the restart, and he goes 2 spots up. Put him to third. Seawright still in the 4 spot. Here comes Ryan Smith in the 91. He's trying to do what Gaines is doing in front of him, and it looks like it's working. Moved himself to 5th right now. Richie Gaines, good points. 5th to 3rd at the moment. Looking to go 5th to 2nd as Carenta got around Moody right there. Gaines is trying to do the same. Oh, big shot into the back end of Larry Moody's car. Moody goes to the infield. Caution. I think that car might have come back across. Yeah, hooked that push bar, and he's going to get clobbered. Yeah. That's going to hurt Rooney's car as well as Moody's car. So that'll put another one in the infield, and we'll keep rolling with 8 cars. We're down to Carenta, Gaines, Seawright, Smith, Guyswhite, Leonard, Allen, and Mason Smith. Well, 11 car going to the back. Tap out rule for Richie Gaines. He'll move all the way back to the 8th spot, have to start over again. He's still going to have about 5 laps. Make some spots up. But that'll change the running order up front. Carenta still has the point. Seawright at 2nd. Smith, Ryan Smith in the 3rd spot. And then Guyswhite, Leonard, Allen, Mason Smith, and again Gaines in 8th. Hello, Mr. Ostendorf. Long time no see. We all know how that worked out. So ready to get restarted. 5 to go. This is heat number 4. 1 more after this one. And we'll do our soups. And after our soups, we'll get our A main in. Carenta, waited until the last second. Seawright looked to the inside right there. We're going to have caution already. This on the restart. I'm not even sure who crashed. Yeah, we're all the way back on the restart here. Wow, that goes a long ways back. But you know what? It was set for a few seconds of rewind, so we'll just get it to right here when we get ready to go green. We'll see what happens at the back. Everything looks good there. Not sure what caused that caution. Says those 2 cars crashed. They didn't even touch each other, so I'm not exactly sure. Still vertical. Well, good. That makes one of us overall. I haven't been able to be vertical much lately. So, all right, now the pace truck is in. We'll see if we can get another restart here. 4 laps remaining. Corinth still out front. Smith second. Geiswhite third. Seawright fourth. Allen fifth, and he is in a mess right here. Richie Gaines way around the top, picking up spots again. Up to fifth. Ryan Smith a little ways in front. We'll see if he can make up that gap as Ryan Smith. Yeah, it's been a road back. I got a long ways to go, but this has not been fun for the last 2 weeks for sure. Good battle right here, shaping up from 4th spot. Seawright trying to get it back. White flag in the air. Ryan Smith trying to take 3rd away again. He's got him this time, but Ross Carrenta is going to cruise to victory in heat number 4. Brandon Geiswhite looks like he's going to come home in 2nd, barely. 3rd goes to Smith. Then Seawright, Gaines, Allen, Rooney, Leonard, Mason Smith, and our 3 DNFs, Moody, Kuhn, and Lind. Later the night goes, we must be getting closer to the full moon. It's getting a lot more interesting. Let's get ready for the 5th and final heat race with Gavin Shaw in the 710 on the pole. Rick Main, the 187, will be his partner on the front row. Isaac Bowman, the 9. Kyle Sargent, the 34, they're row 2. Zach Martin in the 104 and Zach McLaughlin in the 11. They make up our 3rd row. Our 4th row, Spencer Putney in the 17 and Trevor Royer in the 90. Royer, one of those fast qualifiers, top 5 qualifier tonight. Adrian Featherstone, Jimmy Barr. They are row 5, the 18 and 12. And then on the back row, Gumby, Tyler Shell, the 85, Tanner Pettit, the 24. 2 of the fastest guys on the service at the back of this thing. And Tyler Shell not making the call to come out for his heat race. He'll probably go try Hard Knocks tomorrow night. To try to qualify through. Dead last. Yeah, that was a real good points run for you. If I think about it, Tom, I'll send you a picture of the back of my leg. It's gnarly. Super gnarly. All right. Let's get ready to go green flag racing here for the final heat race of the night. Pace truck is out of the way. We're just waiting for Shaw to get us going, and there it is. We're going to go green flag racing. Whoa! Shot it out there and turned it left hard. He is going to be in trouble here getting through 1 and 2. He'll give up the lead to Rick Main. Kyle Sargent thought he was going to get second. He had to pedal the car a little up the backstretch. That leaves Shaw there. Contact. Trevor Royer was trying to get around Sargent. Finds himself in a little bit of a pickle. Now he's going to have to rip the lip behind McLaughlin. Wait for an opportunity to move himself into one of those automatic qualifying spots. Stays married to the high side. 3 wide around the top. Royer into the top 4. Pettit into the top 3. He started last in this thing, and he is already inside the top 5. The bottom lane is wide open, and Tyler Pettit is just eating it alive right now. He's 4th. Royer's 3rd. Bowman is 2nd. Main is out front by about 9/10 right now. Trevor Royer. Oh, contact between Pettit and oh my goodness, that's Isaac Bowman. Car around. That's going to be Bowman. We're going to get a look at this. We were watching it anyway. Little slow through the center of the corner right here, and Pettit was just perfect down there. And he got to that left rear, made a tiny bit of contact. 360. He's going to keep going. I don't know if the car's got much in the way of damage. So, Maine Royer. Bowman shows third right now. Pettit, McLaughlin, Putney, Shaw, Martin, Barr, Sargent, Featherstone. That's our 11 cars on the track. And there goes the 9 and the 24, both rolling to the back. 1 for being the caution, the other for causing the caution. So they'll have to start over. They're only going to have 5 laps to try to get their way back to score points for passing for Thursday night. The better your point total, the better position you'll have, whether it's into the feature or into even a B main, which I think if you're locked into the B main, you take no chances. You just go ahead and you wait till Thursday to race. Most of the rest of these guys will try to go through Hard Knocks night and see if they can improve their position, but they do have to give up whatever position they had earned for Thursday night. So we'll get ready to go back to green. It'll be a 5-lap shootout. Trevor Royer, 8th to 2nd right now. Biggest mover. Good points. Maine checking them all up into 3 and 4, just trying to give himself an advantage for these last 5 laps. He knows Royer was coming. Good restart. He'll have 5 car lengths getting into 1 and 2. First car on the bottom. That's going to be Martin. Whoa, Zach Martin with a big blink. Martin was 6th. Jimmy Barr, Kyle Sargent, Tanner Pettit. Pettit already passing cars. Can't run the bottom like he was before the caution, so he goes to the top and picks up another spot. Move him to 8th. We'll go up front because Royer threw the slider on Maine. Maine countered it, and he keeps leading it lap with 2 to go. Royer closed back in. I don't know if he'll do it again or not. He may set it up. He may try to cut down. He does not stays in line. White flag next time by. Maine up the hill. Contact. Royer's into the fence. Royer's tumbling. No caution because we're on the white flag. Like I swear that said 2 to go after we went across the line a second ago. Maine picks up the win. Putney. No, he's coming to the white flag and the caution didn't come up before he got there. That's why we got to the white flag. It got displayed. So Maine will win it. Putney's 2nd. McLaughlin and Pettit 3-4. Martin, Bowman, Sargent, Featherstone, Shaw, and Jimmy Barr on the infield. 10th. Then Royer and Shell. Wow. From leading to last. And I'm sure we'll have some discussion there. But heat racing action now in the books. We've got 3 races left on the docket. We got a C main, which is coming up now. Then we'll have a B main. And then we'll have our 25-lap A main. So, Reynolds and Zarfos, row 1. Mason Smith and Shaw, row 2. Myers and Weisenflew in row 3. Schmalfelt and Mooney, row 4. Barr and Strain in row 5. Young and Lowe in row 6. Kuhn and Royer, row 7. Baum and Grandy, row 8. Woolbridge and Lynn, row 9. Shell and Cornett scheduled for row 10. 20 cars, only 4 get to move on. Well, that's an iRacing thing, Craig. If you are the car that causes the caution, you always go to the back. But at least there's a rule for the guy that got into him that makes him go to the back as well. So this will be 12 laps. Only 4 transfer. Everybody else is going to have to go hard knocks tomorrow night, or just see where they shake out in the soup for Thursday and then make that decision. I know that there are ways that they can fix some of that, and I'm not talking about iRacing. I'm talking about the admins. They could have let him go back to his spot, cleared his black flag, but some of these rules are in place for a reason, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I don't always agree with everything that happens, but at least there's some kind of control. Reynolds on the start of the C main. Grabs the point. Zarfos is second. Myers got out of that monkey business there in 1 and 2, and he takes third. Smallfelt, the bubble boy right now, cars into the fence. I think Royer was one of the 2 that had contact. We're going to have caution. Jimmy Barr and Dakota Kuhn are going to find problems. This is going to go up on the top. That was, oh boy, yeah. There's a lot going on right there. Nick Lowe was a piece of that. Wow. There was a lot going on, guys. A lot to unpack right there. I don't disagree with you at all, really, Craig. Same thing happened in the heat race where Moody was running close to the front and just got, dog hammered from behind. And so, his car was done. He went to the back. So the other driver he went to the pits. I mean, the other driver had to go to the back. Some rules are, if you do it once, you really need to be consistent. And then there are some rules that I feel like you should be able to adjust a little on the fly. But all the admins ever catch is a hard time for doing that stuff. So I understand why they stick to it. How about if I just leave it right there? Yeah, it's Reynolds, Zarfos, Myers, Smith, Moody, Smallfelt, Royer, Baum, Strain. Everybody else is either out of this thing or in the pits. There's still a lot of laps left in this, with only 4 transfer spots. And right now, Larry Moody's that bubble boy, I think. I am incorrect. Mason Smith is the bubble boy. The orange car right there. Royer is 7th right now. Baum, 8th. Barr, Strain, Lynn. That's it. 11 cars. We started with 20. We're down to 11. We've completed 2 laps. About to complete 3. Oh, wow. Big penalty from that last heat race this evening. We'll get into that in a second. We've restarted. Car into the fence. Oh, who is that? Is that Mason Smith? It sure is Mason Smith. He did the risk-reward race, and, well, Royer was right there. Here goes Mason up to the oh, he got helped. Woo, he got a lot of help. I thought that was him that got into it. It wasn't. It was the 21 car up there that got into it. But he spins it around, and he's going to go again. So the penalty from the last heat race, Rick Mayne has received a penalty from race control. If Trevor Royer does not make it to the A main, Rick Mayne will not be allowed to race in the A main either. So right now, Rick Mayne is a big Trevor Royer fan. And I'm sure he will still have to probably start at the back of the A main, but right now he just wants some points from the A main for Thursday night. So he is really pulling for Trevor Royer to find 3 spots in the next 9 laps. Actually, he needs to only find 2. He sits currently in the 6th spot. Reynolds, Zarfos, Moody, Myers, Schmalfelt, Royer, Baum, Barr, Strain, and Mason Smith. 10 cars. We lost another one in that last incident. It's good to note that the penalty was kind of stiff for that, because that took a driver that was going to transfer through, even if that slider was clean, and put him back here in this C main. So the penalty good to match it up. Make guys think about it. All right, right now, Reynolds, Zarfos, Moody, Myers, Smallfelt, Royer as we get back to green flag racing with 8 laps to go. Long ways left to go here. A lot can happen. Royer goes to the top. Smallfelt and Myers going at it. That opens the door and leaves the top wide open. Royer gets one of them. Now he gets the second. He's in a transfer spot to make it through to the B main. Larry Moody took a look at Jeremy Zarfos right there, slid to the inside, had to check it up, gives the spot back. But Moody's getting a run up the backstretch. Dean Reynolds out in front of the C main. Here comes Trevor Royer. Royer's going to go by Moody. Right up on the very outside. Puts himself up to third. He's in a great spot now. Moody's our bubble boy. Royer going around Zarfos on the high side. He gets him 2 per lap. And if he keeps doing that, he's going to win this thing, and he's going to have a pretty good starting spot for the B and a chance to transfer through. You'll have to finish in about the top 7 or 8, maybe 9 to make it through tonight. Royer goes to the point. Coming around, it'll be 3 to go. Reynolds still second. Zarfos third. Moody is still fourth. Schmalfeld has fallen way back. There goes a car slow to the inside. And into the pits. That'll thin our field up just a little bit. Royer checking out. Coming around 2 to go. He's half a second. Reynolds is still second. Zarfos and Moody 3 and 4, and Moody is now giving away a little bit of space to Zarfos. White flag. Trevor Royer going to transfer to the B main if he can keep it square for 2 more corners. Royer punches his ticket into the back of the B main. Reynolds goes with him. Zarfos and Moody get to make the transfer as well. Everybody else hard knocks or start deep in the soup on Thursday night. Barr, Schmalfelt, Myers, Smith, Train, Lynn, Baum, Shaw, Young, Lowe, Kuhn, Weisenflug, Shell, Woolbridge, Grandy, and Cornett. So B main time coming up. Michael Sheridan, Dustin Sargent, row 1. Braden Eiler, Richie Gaines, row 2. Zach Martin, Brandon Dittmer in row 3. Huffman and Rowley in row 4. Allen and Bowman in row 5. Berg and Lucy in row 6. Oh, my. This is a big field, folks. Eaker and Rooney, row 7. Sargent and Spangler, row 8. Row 9 is Childers and Werner. Leonard and Featherstone, row 10. Dominguez and Royer. Royer coming out of that C main, along with Reynolds and Zarfos. And then Larry Moody will start things out at the back. 25 drivers. I want to say we're looking for 12 spots. I'm going to go check while they roll off. Real quick like. Says we're taking 4. I don't believe that. Because some of these guys finished 3rd in their heat race. Last night we took 8. Maybe that was the D. Maybe this is the C main. Is that what that said? Wow. That's a lot. It's 55 drivers. That's about right. If we took about 10. Yeah. All right, we're getting ready to go green with Sheridan and Sargent. Man, Braden Eiler, Richie Gaines. And Gaines right now, big Trevor Royer fan. But Royer still has to transfer through. So Gaines can finish his race, but Royer's got to transfer through as well. Green flag in the air. B main's underway. Sheridan gives the lead away halfway down the backstretch. Sargent surged by on the bottom. Braden Eiler sneaks by on the very bottom, and Eiler leads lap 1 from the 2nd row. Sargent, Sheridan, Gaines, Dittmer. He's side by side with Zach Martin. He clears him. So Martin's 6th, then Huffman. Rowley, the 79 car, runs in the 8th spot. He gets past on the inside and the out. Drop him to 10th very quickly. Berg, Spangler, Royer is 13th right now, following Patrick Spangler on the high side. Big tumble down the backstretch. Caution coming out. Happens right in front. Car over, car left, car right. Oh, Trevor Royer. Into the fence. I don't think he's going to transfer through. Tough break. Wasn't his fault, but he's caught up in it. Rowley was part of it. Berg, Royer, Damon Leonard, all in that. Car got out of shape coming out of 2. Mid-track backstretch. Got run over from behind and just started an absolute melee. As we start eliminating cars, the pressure turns up, and so does all the intensity on the drivers. And so we start to see these kinds of things late. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Mr. Guys always saying there was definitely some hard racing. Yeah. The track getting as slick as it is. We haven't even gotten to the main event yet. And this track getting as slick as it is. You're going to see a whole lot more guys trying to get up there and run on that cushion. So much risk, so little reward. And you got to be perfect every single solitary lap to stay up there. a few years ago, the guy out front, that's how he earned his nickname, the High Side Hustler. It was all that he did. He'd put the right rear right up there against that berm and just go round and round and round and round. Got to where he was pretty tough to beat. So we'll get ready to go back to green with 9 laps remaining. Nyler kept him held down a little bit, but he does get us restarted. We're seeing an interesting field, I think, as we got a caution behind again. Got the green flag. I don't know what it's for. Maybe Dylan Berg had a problem? Yeah, I don't know. Can't find the car that had the issue. Zach Martin, possibly. Rotate. What do you mean rotate? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Caleb. Rotate. That may be what you're talking about. Sorry about the camera, guys. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Yeah, it should have been split, and I don't know why it stopped. It always has in the past. Green flag coming back out. B main, 8 laps to go. Yeah, I don't know why it was stuck like that. We'll see if we can fix that before we get to the A main here. Eiler, Sargent, Sheridan, Gaines, Dittmer, Bowman, Lucy, Spangler right now your top 8. Then Rooney, Allen, Childers, and Sargent through 12th. Sargent's got his hands full. Eaker is right behind him. Back a little closer to the front. Let's get a look at this group right here because, wow, Bowman, Dittmer, Spangler, Rooney. Oh, car out of shape off the bottom. That was Spangler. That's going to bring a caution. Right on the very bottom of the racetrack. Oh, there was a bump against that. Yep. Went up on the berm, come down. The car went right, left, and Spangler had some momentum and got the nose in there and kind of got it knocked free. See if it starts doing it. Maybe we have to wait until we switch sessions. I'm not sure. But it should rotate. It shouldn't be a big deal. Good Lord, that's getting loose. So we're down to 5 to go in the B main. Braden Eiler, Dustin Sargent, Michael Sheridan, Richie Gaines, Brandon Dittmer, Tyler Lucy, James Rooney, David Allen, Jeremy Childers, Kyle Sargent, Devin Eaker, Dean Reynolds, Tony Dominguez, and Jeremy Zarfos through the 14th top spots. Then Moody, Huffman, Featherstone, Warner, Spangler, and Bowman through 20th. Everybody else off track. Getting down to the end of prelim night number 2. There's Isaac Bowman in 20th, all the way at the back of the field. We'll get the green flag this time. Wave lap 5 remaining for the B main. Good restart for Braden Eiler. Keeps it locked in the bottom. Sargent follows Sheridan, follows him. Richie gains the first car at the top of the track. He's 4th. Dittmer in the 5th spot, stays at the top right behind Gaines, and so does Tyler Lucy. Sheridan making a move for 2nd place, gets around Sargent. Gets a shot in the push bar on the back of the car as he clears him. They'll stay 2-3. Gaines and Dittmer are now going at it for the 4th spot. Dittmer takes the spot away. Put Gaines in the 5th spot. Tyler Lucy, woohoo! Bounced the car off the cushion in turn 4. Got a little bit frog happier there. He was bouncing all over the place. Here comes Jeremy Childers. Childers now up to the 8th spot. Sargent, Huffman, Allen, Zarfos, and Spangler. Then Dean Reynolds is 14th at the moment. Larry Moody is right behind that. Spangler was the car that spun out on the last caution, having to work his way back trying to get one of the transfer spots. Meanwhile, checkered flag coming out. Braden Eiler going to the A main. Sheridan 2nd. Sargent, Dittmer, Gaines, Lucy, Childers, Huffman, Sargent, Rooney, Allen, Zarfos through 12th, and then Spangler's 13th. Reynolds, Moody, Bowman, Featherstone, Eaker, Dominguez, and Warner all the way through 20th in that one. Field is set. Prelim night number 2, 2-minute break while everybody uses the restroom. So we're going to do that as well. We'll be right back. All right, back live, ready to go. Just waiting for the session to advance. All that is left is our 25-lap A main. Session advancing, and that means it is time for tonight's A main 25 laps prelim night number 2 for the 8th annual DOB Knoxville Nationals. Chase Stewart and Blake Carrick will have the front row to kick things off tonight. William Hobart, Ross Carinta in row 2, Rick Main and Ernie Williams in row 3. Cody Bodie, Dylan Workman make up row 4. Row 5 is Brian Geiswhite and Spencer Putney. Andrew May and Bradley Cox in our 6th row. Jason Setzer, Ryan Smith. 7th row to 8th row, Zach McLaughlin, Aiden Stoll. Then Joseph Johnson and Matt Gowans in row number 9. Row 10, James Seawright and Tanner Pettit in row 10. And then Braden Eiler and Michael Sheridan coming through from the B main. They make up row 11. Dustin Sargent and Brandon Dittmer in our final row. So we took 4 cars from each heat. We'll get them rolled out here, get them set up for 25. These guys are racing for passing points, finish points. I did have it up earlier. And the top 5 were pretty close. About 30 or 35 points separated the top 5 or 6 after prelim night 1. And we figure most of those guys should probably in the top 3 there be locked in for Thursday. Everybody else got a lot of work to do. We'll probably lock in around 3 or 4 more tonight. And then tomorrow's Hard Knocks and Thursday. It's just going to be crazy. Hello, Anne Marie. I saw you way earlier in the chat, and I forgot to say hi then, so I say hi now. So let's get ready to do this 25 times around under the green flag. Prelim night number 2. A main underway. Stewart to the point. Carrick off the top, grabs second. Hobart up to the 3rd spot. Cody Bodie in 4th. It's a madhouse behind that. Ross Corinta. Ernie Williams. They're 3 wide. Guys White, Williams, and May coming out of 4. Williams stays on the top. They get it back to 2 wide. He moves alongside Guys White on the top side, right in behind Corinta. Corinta shuts the door, makes him check up. They go back to 3 wide. Now they're back to 2 wide, 2 deep. This all happening from 5th on back. The top 4 single file in there starting to check out. A little more organized now. Here we go. Cody Bodie's got company. Hobart on the inside, going to take the spot away, move himself to 3rd. Bodie will go back to 4th. Corinta still 5th. Guys White, May, and Ernie Williams still trying to run the outside line. Here comes Bradley Cox in the 45. He's running up top as well. This time, slide job from Williams. Doesn't get the job done. In fact, he lost a couple of car lengths. Up over the fence this time. Car out of shape. That's Cody Bodie. Bodie caught the berm, got the car out of shape. He's going to go all the way from the top 3 back to 10th, and he's going to fight to stay in that top 10. Seawright is up the inside. Ernie Williams wrestles the car down off of the cushion. Put himself 9th after all of that. He'll have to refocus and get back to work here. Back to the front. Stewart still out front, and he's long gone. 1 second over Blake Carrick. I'm sorry. Hobart, Corinta, May through the top 5. Cox is still 6th and working on 5th. Actually, that is right. He got to 5th, got around Andrew May right there. Seawright still trying to hold off the pack. He's in 7th. Then Guys White, Williams, and Bodie behind that. Pettit is up to the 11th spot. Started 20th. Braden Eiler from the B main up to the top 12 right now. So he'll have a good point tonight if he can keep going forward. Chase Stewart, Sunday drive. 1.5 seconds out in front of Blake Carrick. Blake Carrick has about 1.5 seconds on Hobart. Contact. Oh, more contact. Big crash. This will be a caution. Guys White is going to be in this one, I think. The 18 car. Up the backstretch. Oh, it happens right in front of them. That was Seawright that got a piece of somebody, and then it's just, whew. So let's find our leader. A 40 car of Chase Stewart. As we had put 12 laps into the books, we will still have 13 when we go back to green flag racing here. Woo! Good start to it. Just kept ramping up, ramping up. Stewart, Carrick, Hobart, Cox, Corinta, and Williams were the top 5. Then Pettit, Eiler, Goins, Sargent, Sheridan, Setzer. Aiden Stoll just rolled back onto the track. James Seawright is in the work area. These guys will get 2 minutes because we weren't quite halfway yet. If you can't make it out in 2 minutes, they'll get the 1 to go. Sheridan 11th, then Setzer, Putney, Dittmer, Stoll, and May. The car's on track still. And I can't tell, is Guys White coming back out? Yeah, he is. Top wing shredded, front wing missing. Points are points. You got to get out there and score as many as you can. As much as we don't want to see it. The lights are still on the pace trucks. We still have a work area time for some of these guys. Quickly, while we got them on, I'm going to remind everybody we're trying to go 2 shows tomorrow night. We're going to figure out the YouTube thing. Don't think it'll be a problem. Facebook usually isn't a problem, and I don't think Twitch. In fact, I don't think KR logs the Twitch stuff, but we'll figure out the YouTube stuff between now and the time we go live because KR Stoffels will pick up coverage on Hard Knocks night. Continue this event. I will move over and do Midwest Truck Series. And then Thursday night, the finale for the Knoxville Nationals. And Netcode Esports Mighty Midgets. So we're trying to get all this in and do it all on our platforms. All right. We're getting pace vehicles out of the way. We're getting ready to go back to green. Stewart still out front. He started on the pole, led every lap. Back to the green flag we go. Hobart going after Carrick right away. I think Carrick's going to have the momentum off the top side, keep the spot. Hobart will keep 3rd. Bradley Cox and Ross Corinna side by side for 4th and 5th. See Ernie Williams. King Whiskers way out wide. Tanner Pettit. I told you, when Pettit didn't have a good qualifying effort, I said, I don't think it really makes a lot of difference. He's going to race well. He'll still be a factor. Well, here he is. He's up to 6th. Slides across the nose of Ernie Williams right there. Take that spot away, trying to keep it. Braden Eiler is in this mix as well. Hardest charger of the night. He's picked up 15 spots. He came from the B main. Now runs in 6th, and he was working on Corinta for the 5th spot. Stewart getting away from these guys again. 10 to go that time by Carrick. 1.2 seconds behind. It is a madhouse behind that. Cox, Hobart, Corinta, Eiler, Pettit, all right there on top of one another. Ross Corinta got out of shape, got punted, and moved up to the middle line right there. That opens it up for Eiler, but Pettit already got by. Here comes Ernie Williams off the top side. King of Whiskers ripping the lip out of turn 4. Can he get by Corinta? He does, moves himself to 7th. Bradley Cox from 12th to 3rd right now. Hobart right there. Eiler trying to shove the nose in and move him up the hill. He got him in front of Pettit, but it wasn't quick enough to let him by. Now he's in there. Pettit goes to the outside, almost put it in the fence. Eiler hung up on the bottom. Pettit works back around him on the top side. Nobody getting by Hobart. He's a lane up off the bottom, and you just can't get there. Now Eiler's got the whole car there. Ernie Williams up on the cushion, gets the car back up underneath him, just loses a couple of spots. He's back to 8th. Stewart still out front. Carrick and Cox 2-3. Everything else is happening right here. Braden Eiler giving up on the bottom. Carrick slid by Bradley Cox. Cox jumped the cushion and gave it right back. Here comes Tanner Pettit. Pettit trying to work into 3rd. He's the hard charger right now. Caution once again. Well, we just talked about him. We talked about him getting up on the cushion after the slider and possibly having a problem. And I think we're going to find out risk, no reward. So we're going to slow it down. A 3-lap shootout to finish things up. Stewart, Carrick, Pettit, Hobart, Eiler, Sheridan, Williams, Sargent, Corinta, and Goins. Matt Goins up to the 10th spot now. Up on the cushion. We call it a cushion. I really can't describe exactly what it is. It's some ugly dirt up at the top of the track. It doesn't create a curb whatsoever. But if you get up there, you get onto it. If you get up over it just a little bit, the next thing you know, I mean, you're on those mountains, and you can see how ugly they are. They're not uniform at all. You get the fence. It breaks the car. Ruins your night. For the life of me, I can't figure out why you want to go up there and do those things. I haven't seen anybody could hit it perfect for 25 laps at both ends of the track, really ever. But if you want to go fast, that's what you got to do. So 18 will roll around. He'll get back to the back of the pack. We'll get ready for a restart here with Stewart, Carrick, Pettit, Hobart, and Eiler in the top 5. And the green flag will be back in the air. 3 to go. Prelim night number 2, A main. Who's going to transfer through to Thursday night's big show? Looks like it's going to be Chase Stewart. No one can touch him. That time Pettit pulled alongside Carrick. Carrick off the top side, had the run, got it back. 2 to go this time. Braden Eiler still working. Trying to get around Hobart. White flag coming out this time. Now Eiler's alongside. He's right through the middle. Prelim night number 2. Looking like it's all going to go Chase Stewart's way. He's going to win it. Lock him in. Tanner Pettit up to second. Carrick is third, and Eiler's going to get fourth. Hobart was fifth. Sheridan with a great run all the way up to sixth. Dustin Sargent also with a great run up to the seventh spot. Williams, Corinta, Goins, Putney, Dittmer, Setzer, and Seawright were all the cars still running. Cox, Stoll, May, Geiswhite, Bodie, Workman, McLaughlin, Johnson, Smith, and Maine. As we'll get ready to go down here. Yeah, there we go. I like it. I like when the guys don't, well, now they're going to park right on each other. That's all right. We'll make it work. We'll show you the car number as we get ready for drivers to show up for interviews. And hopefully they make their way here quickly. Chase Stewart showed up to the chat. We're still waiting for Blake Carrick and Tanner Pettit. There's Tanner Pettit. If we get one more, we'll be ready to do this. Just waiting to see if Blake Carrick makes his way over here. If not, we'll move on. We like to talk to our top 3, but sometimes guys don't find their way to the Discord. We know it can be complicated. There's a lot of hallways and closed doors and different things, so I think we're going to get ready to move on. Go talk to the driver of the 24. Tanner Pettit, Roger Wagner, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, a tough one tonight, but you're definitely the hard charger. You picked up 18 spots, second place. Tell us overall about your night, because pretty interesting. Qualifying definitely didn't go your way.
No, I ended up having to rush home and ended up getting on the server just last second and just out of mind there and ended up screwing up in qualifying. Luckily, we were able to rebound in the heat race there and rebound again in the feature.
Yeah, so you start back there at about 20th, and there was a little bit of attrition, but still, you were trying to run on the bottom, and, man, a lot of guys were just leaving that wide open, so it's kind of free reign for you.
No, that definitely worked out in the heat race, and there in the feature, I ended up having to move up to the top there at the beginning just to get around some cars and ended up getting some damage on the front end a little bit, but other than that, we were able to keep our nose clean and get to the front, go where they don't kind of motto.
You got in a battle. There was about 4 or 5. You know, Eiler was part of it. Hobart was part of it. You were kind of all around. Man, I'll tell you, with very limited racing room and it being as slick out here as it was tonight, the nerves got to be. You got to just be, you know, head on a swivel, left, right, all the time, looking. Pretty nerve wracking trying to sit through all that.
Yeah, no doubt. Luckily, when it slicks up that much, the track slows down so much that it's a lot easier to run closer and side by side next to people. But there in the heat races and in the lower mains and stuff, I definitely got rowdy, and I seen quite a few people biking up on that big cushion that built tonight.
Well, an awesome run, man, and this is going to do wonders for you with the points, set you up for Thursday night. What are you going to do between now and then to get ready?
I'm not 100% sure. Talk with the guys, and got my 21st tomorrow, so we'll enjoy that and go from there.
Oh, you're going to come in Thursday night hungover trying to race?
We'll try not to.
All right, man. Some shout-outs and thank yous before I let you go.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jimmy P. Mac Tools for 1425 Photography, Aces Up Sim Sports, CD Cinematography, Trackside Collective, Blake Carrick Racing, Ethan Johnson, Jordan Casey for all the help on the late model side of things. You guys for putting the broadcast on, Chris for putting the race on. I'd like to thank all my team guys, Blake Carrick, Ryan Avila, Ross Kaiser. They're all a huge help to what we do here on a weekly basis. So, again, thank you guys. It was a blast.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, man. Good luck on Thursday.
I appreciate it.
Tanner Pettit, finished third tonight. Now, I think he made his way here. I think Blake Carrick is now with us. Blake, you there?
Yep.
All right, man, we missed your interview first tonight, but we'll still talk to you. Third place. You ran second for a long time. Looked like the car maybe faded a little right at the end.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I'm not too good at running the bottom, so I just stuck to the top there, and I think the top just went away, and the restart kind of killed me there.
Yeah, it looked like it was getting slicker and slicker and slicker as the night went on. You're in a good spot. Didn't have to pass a whole lot of guys, but the cautions, they got to break your rhythm up a little bit. And then is it more difficult to get going, or is it more difficult knowing, man, we were doing so good, we were running smooth right there. Now I got to start all this over again.
Yeah, when you're running the top around big tracks like this, you just got to get speed built up, and it takes a couple laps. And with the yellow that short, you just don't have enough time to get your speed built up, so the bottom just gets going early.
Well, you're probably in pretty good shape for Thursday night. What will you do to prepare for the big show coming up?
I think we're good. I think I just got to maybe practice on running the bottom a little bit. But other than that, I think we'll be good, and hopefully the top's there.
All right, my man, give me some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here.
I got to thank Tanner Pettit Racing, Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, Aces Up Sim Sports, CD Simtography, Trackside Collective, and Ethan Johnson and Jordan Casey.
All right, man, congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you Thursday night.
All right, thank you.
Blake Carrick finishing the third, and now let's talk to the guy that started up front, stayed up front. He brings home the win on prelim night number 2. That should lock him in for Thursday pretty easy. Chase Stewart, didn't look that difficult for you tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was definitely pretty slick, so it was pretty much just throttle management and finding where you could get the throttle down off the corner, and I feel like I did all right. I messed up a couple times just trying to keep as much momentum into it as I could, but I had Aiden in Discord helping me out, and that helped a lot. But yeah, thanks to RTB and everybody over there. They were a pretty good help tonight.
A lot of restarts, man, and that gets difficult the longer the night goes on, but you look like you nailed every one of them. What's the secret?
I just tried to wait as long as I could, just because, I mean, I was saying it in Discord, like there was nowhere to fire off of 4. I pretty much just had to half throttle it and wait until the tacky on the bottom and kind of just keep it pinned down there to at least get somewhat of a launch, and then kind of just carry momentum or whatever momentum that gave me going into 1 and kind of just hold off or just manage from there and just see how it went.
Well, what do you think you got to do as far as small improvements to get through to Thursday and maybe make a repeat of the domination you showed tonight?
I think it just depends on what the track's going to look like. Like, I don't know how great I'm going to be boards, both ends. I think tonight being really slick and kind of just being momentum-based really helped out a lot. It just depends on what the track's going to look like and how racy it gets and what it kind of looks like at both ends.
All right, man. Awesome run tonight. That locks you in for Thursday. Any more shout-outs or thank yous before we let you head out?
Yeah, just raise the bar. Aiden Beerline, TTK, James Seawright, everybody involved.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do Thursday night.
All right, thank you.
Chase Stewart picking up the win here in prelim night number 2. Well, both prelim nights are in the books. Hard Knocks tomorrow night. What are you thinking for tomorrow night, Mr. Roberts?
I think it's going to be a wild night. I mean, you got a lot of big names that have struggled at some point throughout the night, so points aren't where they should have been. Shell already said he's just going to run the soup. I mean, he's going to be in the E or an F main on Thursday. He's just going to have fun and run the soup. Tanner, with that qualifying effort, not getting a lap time to count. Yeah, had a great heat and A main, but he's going to be buried too. So it'll be interesting to see how many guys show up tomorrow. I mean, they're going to sacrifice their spot, risk it all for one of the 4 final spots in the A main. But what about Chase Stewart, man? I don't think I've really heard his name before, and he comes out here and whacks the field in the A main tonight.
Yeah, he put a whooping on him. Started on the pole, led every single lap. He really was never challenged except for restarts, and I don't even feel like those were much of a challenge for him. But, I mean, Tanner Pettit, like you said, a horrible qualifying effort, does well in his heat race, and then comes out here, starts 20th, and drives up to second for this thing. I always watch him when he's in the field, and he didn't disappoint. He just may not have a spot locked in on Thursday at all because of his qualifying.
Yeah, I think the qualifying is going to be what kills him. I mean, he's going to be way down in order. We had 61 drivers show up tonight, so he's going to be upper 50s right there around that 60 mark for the guys that weren't able to complete a lap. So, yeah, great effort, but he's probably got some work to do.
Well, another awesome night in the books, man. Hopefully you get another 50, 60 guys to come in for. I don't know if you will or not, but some of those guys do like to go run the soup. I wouldn't take those chances because one little mistake, no matter how good your car is or how good you are, I mean, we saw it. Trevor Royer, heat race, gets killed. Has to try to work his way through and make it into the A main. And, he got killed in the B main just because he was in a precarious position. That's going to put him deep on Thursday. He may give up his spot and go run on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, that's if I'm not in the first few rows of the B main, or maybe start in front row of the C because I should transfer to the B and try and work my way through that field. But if I'm not front 3-4 rows of the B main, I'm showing up tomorrow.
I think that's a good plan. I think that's what I would probably try to do, is if I wasn't locked in pretty much middle forward of the B main, man, I want to go try to do something on Hard Knocks night. What's the worst that can happen? I don't improve my position at all. Maybe I lose a few rows. Maybe I end up in the C main, but I also could transfer straight away to the A main. I think I'm probably going to give it a go myself. I can't hurt myself much more than I already am, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's, say you're 15th in the B and you want to risk it all. You got a shot of locking yourself into Thursday night's championship A main. Or if Hard Knocks treats you hardly and harshly, you could be all the way down to E or F main on Thursday. So it's a big risk reward.
It's not much different.
Yeah, I mean, you're still, coming 15th from the B, yeah, it's a long race on Thursday, but with the names in there, can you get up to those top 4 spots?
Exactly. All right, man. Let me get the fans their thank yous. Tell them that we appreciate them being here. Without them, there's no reason for us to do this. Without the great leagues giving us another night of great racing like we saw here tonight, there's nothing for us to cover. So high fives, pats on the back all the way around. Until we see you guys